Well, there you are again. Charlie Greer podcast. I do this every day. Today, we're back on the Delphi murders. A suspicious movement in the case. So yeah, suspicious mind. I got a suspicious mind. Uh, just right up at that couple. Okay, that's releasing they got the insider and this, that, and the other. Oh man, suspicious. And I'll tell you why. Um, anytime I've done stuff whether it's in the anyway, you run into these they're couples. They sound the same. They look the same. It blows my mind how their voices kind of catatonic, kind of come out of the blue, control everything, kind of telling everybody else what else to do, and they know it all, and they're connected. What? Huh? I've had this happen to me before. I've had it with my bands. I've had it when I was pitching my movie. I've had it with this street stuff. What is that? Anybody else, if you're a couple, try to, oh, well, we don't want to do a couple. No, but them, see, we like fast food and we, come on. Am I the asshole? Is it me? Does anybody else feel that like there's something suspicious in the shit they're saying? I hope they're right. I hope they're fucking right on the money. I really do. Oh, and pray for Abby and Libby and the families in law enforcement. Pray for them too. I see. I know how to tell certain things in people's voices. I know how to read tells. I know this shit. I'm in my 50s, man. My grandfather was O&I, Office of Naval Intelligence. I know a little bit more than most motherfuckers. We had to learn. I'm Scottish, Children of the Mist. You're going to come at us and be like, oh, yeah. No, we had to learn to read, motherfuckers, to know what the truth is. Something's not right. Maybe they are, but is this my gut feeling is, yeah, they're onto something. But is that the first level of the crime? See, there's levels of crime. This is connected to something. I don't know what it is. Again, I'm a dipshit, lard ass, amateur hour YouTuber. But one thing I do know is bullshit. All right, I know. You can't. Man, it drove. Just listening. I listen to their. It's just everything. See, the voice has tells. A tell. Look up tells. You got tells in your voice. You got tells in your little thing when you're doing. A tell is something that somebody, when they're lying to you, they'll do certain things. Everybody does it. No one's exempt. I mean, no one. I'll do it. You'll do it. Everybody does it. And again, I have the first time I dealt with a couple like this that comes out of nowhere, have backing, this, that, and the other, connected to all these people I was like 19, maybe. Anytime I've gotten on the radar or something, it was with my band. Here comes these couples, and they sound the same. They look the same. It's like cookie cutter. Again, they sound catatonic. No telling what kind of meds they're on. I don't know. This is not personal to them. It's not, again, and I might be, hey, I've never been wrong about what I'm talking about, though. Matter of fact, I don't do certain things that I used to do in the arts because I couldn't deal with this level. Here's these couples, and you didn't know, see? Can't get through it. The only way you do is through other things, and I'd never do it. And then there's levels above them, man. It's always the same shit. There's nothing new under the sun. Suspicious movement. I hope they're right. I hope justice for Abby and Libby and their families and even law enforcement. Come on, let today be the day. Why am I so obsessed with this case? It's kind of stupid. Not that it's stupid, but I just can't believe that I care. And it's suspicious and it pisses me off and nanny boo boo and this and that. So if going back to that 2019 presser, if they're on to something, what and he's in the room, Kagan and them weren't in the room, or KK and TK, whoever. Now they switch gears again. See, that's another thing. I was, come on. And then they were like, well, they took him to an army base. Army base. If they're right about that, they took him on an army base. Something else there's a bigger sting going on. They had to keep him away from that means they had to keep him away from certain like powerful people, other law enforcement, something like that. Why would they do that? Is that even true? Because I think there's a bigger sting going on. They've admitted that there's a big sting going on since they found that Anthony shot. Since the beginning, whatever. It's like the biggest one in Indiana history. Is it connected and tied to other kind of shit? And of course, even if it's military, well, here comes the couple. You got to bring out these couples. You got to trot them out. And then if that gets sniffed onto, they can like dangle them to go. Oh, no, see, those guys, they had mental illness. See, we did. No, come on. I'm not saying that they do. My humble opinion. I don't know. But that's how much time I've wasted in my life and been held down by couples like that. And then they hold all these people back. And then all of a sudden, here comes their little thing. And they got the inside. And then, now, come on. Man, I've lived a lot of life. Shit. I've had to deal with a lot of motherfuckers. Excuse my French, but I clicked that button and said it wasn't for kids. Or did I? Anyway, I forgot. Yeah, this pisses me off after I watch, because I don't watch their podcast. Matter of fact, I didn't even watch theirs. I watched someone else's who played theirs. Yeah. Suspicious, man. I mean, something ain't right. I hope that they are. And Doug Carter's in a helicopter. Uh-huh. Is he? I hope so. Poor Doug Carter. I like Doug Carter. I think that he's the only one that has any kind of he seems like he cares. He seems like a real dude. He seems like he knows exactly what he's doing. Would you want to deal? Could you imagine if you were doing crime, Doug Carter? You better you better be good. He's gonna get you. I hope so. On the military base, if KK went to a military base, well, that's something else. Yeah, this is the crime. Something else is going on, man. Maybe it was filmed and they shared it and sold it to other people, and some of these people are in powerful position. I don't know. Not necessarily the military, but some of the, fringe elements. Is that what's going on? Are they covering for something else that's bigger, or there's some people that want to do it and the others, I don't know. But after watching that last night, or listening to it, I should say, I wanted to go on then. But I was like, no, shit, I'm tired. Suspicious. Again, I have anytime I've gotten on the radar, meaning you're doing something, you start, when you're doing something and nobody cares and you're not that good, okay, that nobody gives a shit. As soon as you start making waves and you're doing, here they come. Multiple couples. They're usually connected. Yeah, they're connected to something you probably don't know about. They've got the same this and that and the other thing. And there's certain things I kind of know just out of, deal that I can't say because I'm being doxxed already. I should move to Rumble maybe and just right like a madman. The same voice. The same look, how they look even. Man, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. You're telling me they're the best. And they met over fast food or something. And then now they're the best and they're connected and they got an insider. Who is this insider? Isn't it against the law to be leaking shit? Isn't it admissible? Come on. Is this even true? Again, it's an election year. You want to, hey, we got our budget. We need more in our budget. Something ain't right. My gut is all tore up, man. My inner self is just like, don't fall for it, man. I hope it's right. And I hope that it's just not that first couple levels of the crime. See, we got them. And they're not going to tell about what else obviously he was sharing stuff. The KK guy, you know what I mean? Why would he stop when he went, something else is going on. Military base. You just can't take somebody to a military base. I don't care what they've done. You got to have like military police involved, and it was just shit. We're not that stupid. I mean, maybe we are. Again, I'm an amateur hour YouTuber. There's people that are doing a lot better than me. My humble opinion. I hope this couple is right. I hope it's me being paranoid. I hope that Abby and Libby get justice. Pray for Abby and Libby. Pray for their families. Pray for law enforcement. Pray for this couple. Spread the blessings. I don't anything personal against these. Even in the past, when I've ran into certain couple, I know what it is. I get it. But don't think I don't know. See, that's the thing. You can do your little suspicious shit to me, and not in this case, but I'm talking about when I've dealt with other couples. But don't think that I'm going to sit there and go like, oh no, I'm not going to tell people and be giving you shit all the time. First time I was about 19, 20. My band was popping off this, that, and the other. Here comes this couple. Because we started getting interest from major labels. This back in like the early 90s. Of course, this couple knows all the major labels, and they just and they're not even that talented, but they know it all. And they were like threw my band under the bus. Matter of fact, I even never got to meet them. I was like, man, who said that? I'd go there. I would try to find where they're at, and they would like run. I just want to talk to these people. Never to this day have I met them. I've seen them, but I never. But then I'd be in meetings in Chicago. I'd be like, what? Who? And for one, who are they? How do they have the pick up the phone? Yeah, that guy, his bet. No, don't. I mean, they sabotaged. Labels were like wouldn't deal with us, even though they're interested. After these couples can, and they had that same voice and that same look. Come on, in LA, the same thing, but even more kind of crazy. Here comes these with their voices that are kind of, you know, and they look, man, come on. Something suspicious. Something ain't right. When was the I mean, I hope they're right. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm being paranoid. But man, that clicked me off and brought up memories. I was like, because I don't watch their podcast. You know, I since okay, that's who that is. I didn't never. And then when they started getting more, I was like, oh, that's what it is. They're them. See, that's what you do when you're controlling a narrative, and they're using low-hanging fruit. They're using the same kind of techniques that they've been doing since the ancient times, man. They know what they're doing. It's stupid. Most people will believe what they're told. I listened to voices. Again, my grandfather was O&I, Office of Naval Intelligence. They knew you could not. The mob does too. The mafia, dude, they study psychology because they have to. They don't know who's lying, so they have to listen to voices. Tells. Dude, if you took a guy and put in front of him somebody that's trying to lie, and an old school mob guy like Carlo Gambino or one of those dude, he'd know in a second. Okay, get him out of the room. Just go do it. Shit. In 1603, when they the Subscription Act, when they outlawed the McGregors, my last name's a Greer. It's that alias for McGregors because they outlawed us. We had to run the Highlands, the Children of the Mist. You get up there, you can't see anything because of it. We didn't know who was who. They hired other clans to come. They'd knight you if you killed us. So if you went into that mist, we just had to kill you. That was it. That's how they did. They couldn't even deal with listening to voices because they had, and they went scattering all over the world. I grew up around. My name's an alias, man, for McGregor. My grandfathers, both my grandfathers are Scottish. Down through it's an oral tradition. It's an oral. Then that gets into intelligence. The O&I kind of basically turned into the CIA. Talk about, okay, you can have, I don't care how many cameras you have and spies and all this stuff. It boils down to looking someone in the face and going, talk. And then they're and they're looking this way. There's tells that people have. This couple, one thing, it's the insecurity in their voices. I mean, look, I wish I could say more, but I can't. And bless them. Again, they're probably good people. Usually what's going on is you use a certain, in this case, couples, we're talking about couples. They don't even know they're being sheep dipped. See, it's sheep. They're being sheep dipped. Yeah, they're getting information, and it might even be true, but it's just a different level of, you know what I mean? I can't say much, but look into sheep dip. It's a intelligence term. They don't even know who they are. They just think they're doing what they're doing. Again, you got to use a certain person. Again, they're always, I don't get it with the couples. I don't get it. All through my life. Never if I'm not if I'm just like hanging out, doing that anytime with my art shows, with my book, with my music, with my acting, haircut, that you as soon as you start making weight, meaning you get noticed. You're like, oh, that here they come. Sometimes it's multiple. Where the hell are they coming from? Sounding the same. And if they're standing around, they're talking in unison, my God, it'll make you nauseous. Yang, yang, yang. Oh, shut up. I can't take it. And this younger generation, they don't know this information. You need an old haggard motherfucker like me in his 50s to kick the reel, you know. I think it's suspicious. I don't believe anything KK says. I hope it's right. Even if it's right what they're saying, I'm still suspicious because it's at level. There's different levels, so that they already said it was the biggest investigation. So they're probably going to dangle out the lower levels of this crime so it doesn't get connected to these higher ups, which it is. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. In their own words, they were taken to a military. KK was taken to a military base. Why would you do that? Why would you take someone to a military base? Because what he's saying and what's going on, you can't see. Everybody's connected with the law. You got to get him protected. You don't want him, oops, he hung himself. Dang, you know. Oh, he did, and his dad, and his cousin. Oh, okay, well, see, bye. No. I think this has to do with, again, I think that Doug Carter was told, when he was reading that presser, he was digesting as he's reading it. He's just like, son of a, you got to do, yesterday I talked about the guys, question mark, down the hill, exclamation point. You got to do certain shit like that. That's the intelligence game too, to do certain things. I know what I'm saying. People aren't going to wrap their head around. If you haven't experienced this, it's hard to, but I have. And I've had, matter of fact, I used to, my old girlfriend who was, D-list celebrity, whatever. She had to deal with him even more. We would sit around, she would cry. You can't get through this barrier. Again, yeah, they'll dangle out a little bit. See, that's what sheep dipping is. That's what you mix a little of a lie with all the truth. You only need a little bit of a lie. That's what misinformation is. It's mostly the truth, and then you sprinkle it with pepper it with these lies. Of course, you got to use certain people that don't know enough to realize that they're being used. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm praying for this couple. They're being used. Somebody's using them. They're just a tool in a toolbox. Well, hand me that hammer. Well, they're like, oh, a hammer and a nail. I see. I feel for people, man. I wish people would know. It's frustrating to me to know certain things, and I'm not a know-it-all. I can't solve a crime. I can't even solve certain things in my life. I'm fighting fleas with my dogs. I've never had flea. I can't even solve a flea problem in my house. So don't think that I'm like trying to solve any crime. It's again. Is it me? Am I just like a hillbilly dumbass? No. And I challenge any of those people to an IQ test. Bring it on. I'll Yeah, seriously. Bring it on. IQ test, that is. But yeah, suspicious movement in the case. If I was to bet on it, it's all again, a little bit of the truth mixed with this, that, and the other thing. They're not going to let it get, this goes up. This case. And maybe that's why I'm obsessed with it, because I kind of know that there's levels to the pyramid, you know, and they wouldn't be taking KK to the military base unless he had information with powerful people. These powerful people can get shit done. Okay. There ain't enough jail, bar sale. They'll get you. They will get you. Make it look like a suicide. Of course, that's what you do. Pissed. I'm pissed. I'm angry. I feel bad for the family. I hope it's right. I hope they're right. I hope I'm wrong. Man, pray. I mean, pray for Abby and Libby. Let today be the day. Pray for their families. Pray for law enforcement. Pray for that couple. Pray for all of us all. Pray for the people we don't know about that are above them. Maybe they'll get a conscience. Yeah, something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I just know something ain't right, man. My gut, I can just feel it. Like when I was being taught, my grandfather, and I can't say who was around him, but these powerful people, my grandfather, they were I was in my early 20s when I really started. I had to learn these tells. I was like, there's no way I'm going to learn them all, because men have so many and women have so many, and it's just like, oh, what? And reading voice eyes, they're just never going to be, huh? It'll take time. Okay, you'll get it. And then it just clicks. One day you're just like, oh shit. And then it's because, again, everybody embellishes. So you do tells when you embellish. I mean, I'm the best there ever was. Yeah, we all do that. But then there's people that are devious and lie. So when you embellish, you do a certain tell, you do tells, but when you're really devious and lying, you do the major ones. And then you have to learn to do that. And then you have to learn not to react when you learn these tells. Because once you learn to read them, you're like, oh, see, I saw that. You don't want them to know you know. You have to have like a stone face, like, oh shit, yeah, okay, we're right. Yeah, he's lying. All right, okay, bring in the other, you know. You can go to the bank with these tells. What do you think? How do you think they knew back in, again, the mob? That's all they do is study psychology. Prison gang, they would read psychology books because they have to know. They have to hear these little inflections and voices. They have to look little twinks and which way they're talking, looking when they talk, and all this other stuff. You get really good at it. But then it's like, oh, around friends. That's the worst part. You're around friends, and they're like, oh, are they lying? Are they embellishing? Are they okay? I forget. I wish I didn't know. Honestly, I wish we lived in a perfect world and everything was, rainbows and lollipops. And I have to know this. Sucks. I was naive about life. I was naive. And guess what? They came after my family too, after my grandfather died. Oh, because I inherited part of the corporation. We used to have big businesses, that and the other. Oh, not anymore. Not anymore. And they knew it was coming. That's why he had to, shit. Now there's this new generation. Again, I'm in my 50s. Most of those federal judges we knew and all this other shit, they're gone. My grandfather's passed. Back in the day. He died like 94. And I didn't want to know. Like, damn, no, say it ain't so. Matter of fact, I was thinking about I was telling friends about this about a year or two ago. I was thinking about starting like a military contracting business to do this exactly this. Not to interrogate, but to just be able to, again, it's right on the money. But sometimes it affects, if you're not feeling good that day, if you're hungover, too much coffee, you got to be, hey, and you got to do it. You just can't. I mean, sometimes you can read somebody, bam, especially if you've got some other information about them. But don't think, dude, the military probably, these military contractors, not all of them are like fighters. And there's tells in business too. There's data tells. There's all this shit. I thought, man, I'll just start a military contracting business, and then I was going to I don't even have to sit in the room. Just film the people. Get close-ups on their faces and stuff. And I'll tell you exactly what. I mean, granted, you're off a bit. And I'm not saying it to brag. Again, I'm not false valor and all that horse shit. I still might do it. I still might start a contractor. Hey, I'm not a psychologist. It's more like street knowledge. Again, it goes back to even before we were Scottish, we were hunted. We had to, they were beheading us. We had to go here, there, yeah, shit. My name is an alias because McGregors were being slaughtered. Look this up. I mean, it's still going on, unfortunately. I mean, they're not beheading people. But they would like the other clans. If you killed, they would knight you and give you land. So everybody wanted to do it. We had to run, and we did. To China, to Russia, to everywhere. Sad how people. It's sad. I wish we didn't live in this world. And I know I'm off a little bit off, but man, I had to say something because it's just not this like, oh, okay, we have this information. There's other things. See, just because it was released on a piece of paper from law enforcement, you're going to believe that? You're going to believe that all these deep diving YouTubers that are doing good work, here comes this couple, and they're the masters. Are they the wizards that I was talking about? Are they? Bullshit. It's bullshit. Even if it's real, even if it's a limit coming out there, I'm talking about if this is true, which I don't even know if it is. There's levels to this crime. This crime connects stuff up the pyramid. I don't know what it is, but it is. It's probably about sharing certain things that they were selling. I don't know. So what you do, say if you're in like, okay, we're caught. So what do? We dangle out that first or second level of people in the crime, and then done. Hey, see, bye, and they just most about their day. It isn't going to go up. For one, I still don't. I mean, my first video, I said this will never be solved, and last night I was watching video. People were all excited, and it has. Oh, come on! I listened to the. Yeah, I hope. Pardon me. I hope and pray that something's going to happen. I hope and pray I'm wrong. I hope and pray I drink too much coffee and I'm just ranting, Because you know why? It affects us all. If they get away with this, which they're probably doing. See, you just don't do it once. It's like eating potato chips, man. That's what they do. I'm talking about people that do crime. Then you use certain personalities, certain people with certain, catatonic, I don't know. Then you use them. And then if it does get through that, they're like, well, see, they're just mentally ill. I don't know if they are. I'm just a humble opinion. Life experience is kick me in the nuts a couple times. That's why I quit doing a lot of stuff I was doing. Because I just couldn't deal with this bullshit. It's in the arts. It's everywhere. It's probably in football. It's probably everywhere. See, it's all about control. It's all about the nanny boo boo narcissists. You know what a narcissist is? Come on. Most people think, oh, they're a sociopath. Well, no, they're a narcissist. And I'm not even talking about this couple. I'm talking about like people. You have to know who's what and where. Tell you what, YouTube catatonic schizophrenic. Listen to their voices. YouTube certain mental illnesses and listen how they talk. Across, you can hear it. Come on. These people, and I'm talking about these people with mental illnesses, are smart. Shit, they're diabolical, man. When I was younger, I thought like people with mental illness were, no. Charming, and they'll have your head spinning. Then blame you. We're all being sheep dipped, man. Look that up. It's an intelligence term. Where you're not a spy, a double spy. You don't even know what you are. You've been sheep dipped. I can't believe. See, they used to use this in the intelligence world. Now they're doing it to everybody. I guess if it works, like, hey, just all across the board, this is painting primary colors and wide strokes. Come on. This is frustrating to me, man. It should be frustrating everybody. Do you need to literally, like, I mean, I don't know. I do not know. Say if Carter was on that helicopter, why do you need a helicopter? Couldn't he just mosey on over to wherever they were going? Helicopter? Are they going after everybody? Is this for real that maybe they're right that they literally, man, put all these people on a military base because they'll kill us all? Come on. Is there going to be like some kind of shit go off where, again, I can't, there's certain things I just can't say. Again, I'm being doxxed by YouTube. Nobody's watching my channel. Why, YouTube? I can make a shitty podcast all on my own. I don't need your help to hold me down. I'm holding myself down just from lack of talent and technology. Yeah. Frustrating. Matter of fact, this might be the most frustrated I've been because I was listening to the podcast. I was doing other things. I had friends over. I mean, then I wasn't even going to watch the couple's video because I don't watch them. I was watching someone else and then they played the video. I guess the couple let them do it. And I listened to it. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Here we go again. Okay. Say if they are onto something, it's just the first level of the pyramid, one or two levels of the pyramid. You know how many levels of the pyramid there? So you dangle them out to dry. Not the couple, but I'm talking about the people that did the crime. Because of course, when you're in a crime, like say if you're higher up and you're into some nefarious shit, you use these lower level people to do your crimes. The mob does that. The military does that. It ain't the generals going out. No, the soldiers out. Same thing. People are smart. You need levels of protection to keep you away. Oh, see, especially you're doing crime. You need diversion tactics. Meaning you want to rob the bank. First thing you do is you set a fire to the school or something. Then you go when they're over there, you go here. Hey, that's as old as time. Maybe a few diversion tactics. Boom, see, here, there. That's what you do. Something isn't right. I don't know what it is. I'm not even claiming to solve this case. Again, I can't even solve my flea problem with my dog. Yesterday, but you buy those things and you squeeze it between their shoulder blade, like that oil, because I've been going through hell with these fleas around here. And did it yesterday. It smelled up the whole house. She's all oily. This morning, there's more fleas than she's ever had. Huh? So I can't even solve a flea problem. I mean, I can't, shit. So I'm not saying I can solve anything, but I tell you what, you can't spoon feed me bullshit. Tell me it's ice cream. Chocolate ice cream. No, there's corn in it. What? Shit. I mean, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm a dipshit lardass. I don't know. Shit. But I guarantee you something else is going on. We may never know. I don't. What do you do at this point? Is the military involved? A podcast or so ago, but the Delphi, I said, do we need space for it? I mean, is something going on bigger? Is there a bigger sting where you literally have to bring in the military? Because everybody around that county are connected. Something else has gone awry. Do you bring in the military where shit? Because Keegan, let's just say they're right about, or KK, I should say. Let's just say they're right about they took him to a military base. Why would you do that? Because what he's about to say, you got to have him protected. The military. Haven't you ever seen The Godfather? For Frank Pantangeline, he's about to go. They had to keep him on a military base. That's what you had to do. And sure enough, they got to him. They sent another dude. Next thing you know, they told him a little bit of this, that, and the other, and the dude killed himself because he knew what was coming, probably for his family and everybody else. Come on. See, they're counting on that people are just kind of, hey, tell me what I need to know. Think, use your gut. Do you even know how? I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm pissed. I mean, I really am. Pray for Abby and Libby. Let this be the day, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. So so they can get some justice, and so it doesn't happen to other people. Think of their families, man. Pray for the families. Pray for law enforcement. See, there's good law enforcement. There's good and bad people everywhere. I don't care anywhere. Pray for everybody. Pray for that couple. Again, I feel for them. The truth is, they started a podcast. They started on Delphi. Now someone's come to them and is an insider. That's what they say, giving them information. How do they know it's real? Let's just say that, how do they know? Don't they think are they thinking that? I mean, again, I'm not trying to be mean. Come on. It ain't like they're in on anything. They're being used just like everybody else is. Don't you think that they would stop and think, but a certain type of personality, a certain IQ level, no, not me. I would never be, I'd say. That voice. You want to, mark my word, in life, you go around trying to do something, there's another voices, man. YouTube certain mental illnesses and listen to the people's voices. YouTube catatonic schizophrenic. YouTube, whatever. But a lot of people are schizophrenic, and there's level to schizophrenia. The catatonics are the scariest, and they have that. Come on, there isn't no mental health around anymore. So these people like running free. They got jobs. Again, they're smart. Yeah, they're go-getters. Yeah, I'm sorry if I pissed anybody off. Because I'm pissed. I'm pissing myself off. I mean, shit. I just don't. Okay, let's just say that what they're saying is true. The insider is being used to, you understand what I'm saying? There's levels to this game. There's levels to this pyramid. That's what you do. You put layers between you and the crime, and this, that, and the other. Even amateur hour criminals do this. Just think if you've got some backing and you're an elected official, but you're doing all kinds of weird things. Come on, man. Why would you take a prisoner to the military base? Think about that. Somebody should just be doing a deep dive on that. Has this happened before? When did it happen? Why did they do it? Again, watch the Godfather. Or is it the Godfather 2? Frank Pantanza, where he's about to testify, and they put him on a military base, man. You'd have to, because they're coming from him. I mean, they're gonna get him. Not if, but when. So pray for everybody. I apologize to certain people that again, yeah, I'm sorry, but I just no. I hope they're right. Is there going to be a press conference today? Are they going to, will it be Monday, or will there be nothing? Isn't it like the election coming up next month? I mean, there is, see, that's what you do, man. Come on. People are strange. They used to do like psychological testing for kids, like when you hit like elementary school, junior high. No, not anymore. They said it was against, their rights. So come on. So shit. We're being sheep dipped. Look that up. Look up that term, sheep dip. Maybe look into intelligence operations. This seems like an intelligence operation. They're doing everything you do in an intelligence operation. Is that what it is? Is it a bigger sting? So you gotta, and then they're trying to cover up. Man, if the military is coming after you, you ain't gonna be able to. So you need proof, or that's why they're taking so much time. Is that why they kept that Anthony Klein account open? Is that why they let KK run about for like 3.5 years after they had him, and then say we're gonna arrest him? Come on. Did they have to see what was going on? The tentacles of this shit. Is that what it is? I don't know, man. This case it gets weirder and weirder and weirder. Military case, huh? I don't know. Comment below. If I don't see your comment, I'm sorry. They're docs. I don't see, sometimes I don't. I'll have these comments, but you look, it'll say 0 comments. I guess they're making mistakes. So, oops. Well, we gotta. But I love all y'all. Pray for Abby and Libby. Pray for their families. Pray for military. Pray for these YouTubers. Pray for the couple. Spread the blessings. Because we're all being sheeped. All of us. I'm not mad at that couple. I'm praying. They were in my prayers last night. We're all being used. Again, not me. The public is, but when you're involved, obviously they're involved. They're deep diving, and they got insiders. They're being used, man. They're being used to cover up whatever's going on. And maybe higher up in that, are they looking at this? Are they seeing who is connected? That's what you do. You want to see, like, oh, well, let's see who's connected, who's doing what, that, there, and the other. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they got them. Something ain't right. There's more levels to this. I guarantee. But I love y'all. I went a little longer today because I'm just so high. This case drives me crazy. I was going to talk about something else today. I think I was going to do the Zodiac Killer or something. Shit, now I got to actually do a little preparing in my mind, that is. I didn't write something. Look, I love y'all. I do this every day, unfortunately for you. But I was watching it. I love you. Be here tomorrow. Be blessed. Cheers.